Welcome, welcome, welcome to this week's episode of Sauced in the City, the 9 o'clock magic hour comedy church, where we all come together after a long, long, long week in comedy. God, give me the strength to produce this episode, because let me tell you, in the green room, it was a hard one to be fought. If you guys are still kicking it in your living rooms, in your fuzzy slippers, sitting on your couch, and you want to access us on TV, you guys can go ahead and get down with your Roku device or a friend that has one. We ain't going to say what happened last night, but if you don't know a friend of a friend of a friend, you guys can always inbox me, and I might just know somebody. Then you guys will download the UBSN TV app. It is free, free all day, free 30. It is the cheapest thing on the market because it's free. But just because it's free, it won't be for long. So please make sure you go ahead and download your copy. And then if you do it all the right way, you will come to our logo that we have fought hard to keep because it represents comedy to us. We always like to start the morning off with a prayer. I think we need it. Welcome to the screen, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. Would you do the honors?
Certainly, Sister Brenda. Let the healing begin in the name of Richard Pryor, Dick Gregory, and George Carlin. Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah.
All
Woo!
right, thank you.
Yes,
Uh,
welcome and good morning, sir. Uh, as we stated, I always need about 5 minutes to get myself together. And I think right now, not only I needed prayer, but I think there's some other people out there that need prayer. So, do you have maybe one or two prayers that you could just lay on us?
uh, God of laughter and mirth, we know that laughter is the best medicine, so please bless this show and let the healing power of joy shower down upon our audience, like R. Kelly did before he got caught. We ask that you bless Betsy, for she is truly doing your work. But if Betsy should have a slight hiccup, let it be brief, and please let it be on one of the expendable guests, not during one of my close ups. Thank you, Lord. We ask that you bless our guests with the gift of wit and humor, especially the unfunny one. You know who I'm talking about, and they know too. So give them some funny this time around. All right. Once the show's over, they can be as unfunny as they want to be. I don't give a shit. But ratings are important to me. I like the funny. We ask that you forgive us our sins and shortcomings, especially those sins that we are going to share on our chat and through my private email, which is listed right there. We ask these things in the name of Richard Pryor, Dick Gregory, and George Carlin. Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah. Oh my God. I just knew that you could do it. You could make me feel better. And look who else showed up to the chapel to hear your words. Dr. Budsy is in the house. Good morning, sir. Welcome to Comedy Church.
Well, I'm good. I'm glad to be here because, as I have mentioned, I'm a Rastafarian trained Texas barbecue cook. So my religion is I'm the pastor of the First Church of Texas Barbecue here in Las Vegas. I'm the
Dr.
Reverend.
Reverend Jelly Roll, can we
Yeah,
get a
and I'm
fuck
not here.
yeah?
I'm not here.
All right, Stan Tennell, welcome to the screen. Stan, good morning.
Good morning. How's everybody going?
We gonna try to
Feeling
get it
blessed.
all in. Feeling blessed, feeling
Right.
blessed. Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. See how easy this is. Good morning, Tyler. Snotty Snodgrass of snottycomedy.com. Good morning, sir.
What's up, folks? How's it going, Vegas? How y'all doing? Ready to party up here? Have some laughs? Get some
Hey,
religious jokes going, maybe? I don't know. We'll have to test the crowd out first.
we'll have to see. Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Now it's catching on. Good morning, comedian G Dane.
What it do, sauce in the city? I'm sitting here by the ocean. I don't know why it's this damn dark, but I'm still saucing in this city of Long Beach. Missing the hell out of y'all, ready to get this in. And you don't have to ask, because I'm going to give you a easy call. Fuck yeah. Let's go.
Heck
Can,
yeah.
can I get a fuck yeah this morning? Good morning, Shaquani Quad.
Good morning, everybody out there. Y'all already know who this is. This is Shaquan, aka Shaquan Williams, and y'all already know what I be doing. I be chilling like a villain, sipping my watermelon, taking my penicillin while I'm swimming, and you ain't even gotta ask me. You already got a fuck yeah.
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's always good to see your face up in the space. Good morning, Miss
Girl.
Virginia Diaz Harper.
Oh, fuck yeah! I should be asleep, you know. My sleeping hours are 7 to 5, like a teenage boy during the summertime.
I love you. Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck
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 yeah!
yeah.
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Next up, we got Phil Page. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Phil, are you there? Phil.
He's still on mute, I think.
Phil. Phil ain't really there. Okay, we'll have to wait for him. Rabbi T Insane. Good morning.
Hello. Oh,
He-
I'm having a rabbi problem, a
His other
rabbi
boy out
emergency over here.
Oh yeah, can I get a fuck yeah for the rabbi emergency? We gotta
Fuck
give some
yeah.
fucks
Fuck
sometime.
yeah!
Fuck yeah, Phil Page, are you there?
Fuck yeah!
Let's see. Good
Woo!
morning.
I'm there. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you
Yeah.
now.
I feel like the new kid sitting at the cool kid. Get my get my praise and worship on. Fuck
Yeah!
yeah.
Fuck
Can you
yeah.
hear
Boom,
me?
boom.
I can hear you. I can hear
Yeah.
you. Well, welcome everybody. I'm
Thank
gonna just have to
you.
put one or two of these
Now maybe it
microphones
will
on
work.
mute. That's okay. That's what we do around here. We got to come as we are because that's how we learn. Right? I used to tell partners of mine all the time, like Rabbi T Insane, he's going to figure out how to sit down. Virginia Diaz Harper gonna keep her fingers out the camera, and the rest of us gonna look good while they doing that, right? So welcome and good morning, folks. You have to have these things that go around. How else are you going to learn how to be amazing on all of the shows that you guys are on? So what I like to do on this show is I like to catch up with y'all in comedy. It has been a long flipping week. So we gonna go through one at a time, and we gonna see what's up with y'all in comedy. We gonna start out with the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll at gmail.com. Let's catch up with you in comedy this week.
Uh, like I said, I'm not doing any comedy. I am helping with some editing on a few things. Politipod podcast that comes out on Tuesday, and
Yay. Tell us
yeah, and
about that.
It's warm.
well,
Really?
that is something that there's Politipod podcast is basically a Saturday Night Live without the budget and without the video. It's
Hey.
it's political comedy, political satire, and myself and about there's probably maybe a dozen writers, maybe five dozen. If
Oh
you're like a
wow.
man, a 5 and 12 are about the same thing. So it could be
Okay.
five, it could be 12. I work with GD Fenderson on that, and a lot of other talented writers. And
Now
this week
that
is that,
sounds
yeah.
exciting. Now that's how you explain something. Stan, I do have a question. Do you think it's harder to talk about yourself when someone says, "Tell us what you've been up to"?
Yes. Un- Unless for me, it is.
Okay.
I've never been you know, talking about myself, what I'm doing and stuff. But I got to ask the group something. I was out at a comedy place and I heard one of my jokes, and it wasn't me doing it. Um, I've had a joke that's been stolen so many times. It's like a viral joke that everybody does. It's a community joke now, and I really liked it. And do you think I should just stop doing it?
Uh, well,
Snotty
are you doing it?
Snodgrass.
Oh, sorry.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Snotty, what do you think? Should he stop doing it if he heard it on stage without
I
help?
mean, I mean, if it's his joke, I mean, he's got to keep doing it. If it's a joke that's really, really good that hits the spot every time, it's one that shouldn't be left out of your set. But if it's one that isn't that strong and it's one you won't miss, well, you don't need it anymore. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
even try and make it more your own and work it into a bigger bit that nobody can steal. They can steal that one little bit, but the whole chunk is only yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a part of a bit,
I
but it was
love
the
that.
punch.
I love that. Love that. Love that advice that you gave to him. And hopefully that he will use it. And we'll come back around to you, Stan. Hold on a second because I want to catch up with snottycomedy.com in comedy. What have you been up to?
Well, I mean, I've kind of gotten some of the summertime sadness as it is with comedy. You know, things slow down a little bit because everybody wants to go out, but they want to go out outside. You know, so I'm fighting for the winter to come. You know, where everyone wants to go out, but into a bar, and then I can ruin their good time with a comedy open mic. Um, but right now, I'm getting ready to go out to Vegas, September 11th to the
Whoop, whoop.
15th for
Yay.
World Series of Comedy. I'm gonna do their runner-up satellite, and maybe get into the competition. So check me out if you're out there.
Okay. What is one of the things you're most excited about coming to Vegas to
Oh,
do?
I mean, just coming to Vegas is going to be awesome. You know, get to see the ladies in the big fur hats and everything. Get the boas out. You know, I'm more of the entertainment guy, not the, you know, gamble all my life savings away type of guy. So you'll probably see me at Cher, you know, Britney Spears, you know, hanging out, bopping my head like a teenager, you know.
Okay, I get it. Yeah. In the background, if you're gonna have a choking moment, can you please go ahead and put that on mute? Like, I mean, I can see you and I've already called 911 to track your to track your call, but we don't want you to do it live on screen. We don't want to have the proof that you did it. All right, comedian G Day, catch us up in comedy with you.
Well, it's been a crazy week. You know what I mean? But I'm more looking forward to August 24th in Vegas. Y'all will see me. I'll be there a little earlier for you guys that think you slick and can think I'm not coming at all. And as far as Stan, that question right there, by no means. Joke thieves are not they're not appreciated, and we don't tolerate those. If somebody else is saying it, drop it, let them have it. You better than that. Come up with something new. But this week in comedy is me getting my ass August 24th, Las Vegas. Let's do the damn thing. Easy call.
I love you. Shaquan, catch us up in comedy.
Um, you guys already know what I be doing. I be chilling. Just did a set last week Wednesday, I think it was, with Comics on Life. I'm just passing out my business cards, honey, meeting some psychopathic people, you know. Did my first baseball slide. You know how when they slide the home base? Yeah, I went to Planet Fitness and slid my ass right back out of there. Decided it wasn't for me. You know,
Oh my
no, not
goodness.
these thighs.
Well,
Uh,
definitely you sound like you are, just out there doing it. How was Comics on Life? How's my friend Stefan Braxton?
Stefan is doing fine. Comics on Life. It was funny. It was like going into a tank of sharks. You know,
Ooh.
thank
Da,
God I'm
da,
not
da,
a
da, da,
guppy.
da, da, da. Okay, don't be a
Stefan's great.
guppy.
I love him.
Don't be a guppy. How about you, Virginia Diaz Harper? Catch us
Donna,
up in comedy.
Donna, 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 Donna. Yeah, there's sharks out there, but you know what? I sweep in the deep end where my feet touch the ground and I go right to shore where it's safe. This week in comedy for me, I've had this book since 2001 and I had it signed. 26
Yay!
days to killer comedy. Honey, it's 2022. I'm still working my shit.
I love her.
Still, motherfucker, ain't ever left the game.
I love you. Phil Page, catch us up in comedy.
Hey, yeah, I'm just doing my funny. Running my funny up and down the East Coast between Philly and DC. You know, like I said, I'm gonna holler at my man about that joke. Man, everybody know that joke is yours. You know, can't nobody tell a joke like you can, but just let that joke go. Let that joke go. Everybody out there know where they first heard it at. So, you know, just let it go, man. Don't beat yourself up over that. Somebody gonna steal your joke, they know they stole it because they can't write it. So it's all good. Yeah.
Oh my God. I love y'all. I love it. Rabbi T Insane, catch us up in comedy.
Shalom. I literally just got off a boat that I slept on an hour ago to my two cats and the woman laying beside me. Yes, my life's insane. Every day is comedy. Today I learned that I'm impatient and I drive like a lunatic. And there's a cat on the camera. Yes, the rabbi problem. Yes, he's.
Okay, you guys are insane. Y'all are insane. All of you guys.
As
But catching you up in comedy, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, I will let you have the last word on this subject. What do you think you should be telling uh, Stan Tennell for advice on his joke?
Well, to be honest, I wholeheartedly agree with young Snotty. Uh, Beat me up, Snotty. He has good advice on that. But of course, I would, like you said, take it. Well, do it better than they do. I mean, it's your joke. Make it yours. Make it part of a bigger bit. Actually, you said it was part of a bigger bit. You did say that. So I would not drop it. I'd step up. Like I said, make them be the thief. Own up. Own it. Be it yours. Why back away from it? That'd be like saying, this is my wife, and you go out there and somebody's trying to hit on her, and you go like, well, I'm going to give up on that because somebody's trying to hit on my wife. I back off. No, that's yours. She's yours. Y'all are together. You fight for that. Okay? You fight for that. You say, you keep your fucking hands and go get your own. That's all. And pull them aside. Pull them aside. Let them know you know. Let them know. Look them right in the eye and say, you stole that. And the Lord says, thou shalt not steal. He did stand up. God did stand up. He knows what it's like. That's why it was something. Do not steal. Do not covet thy neighbor's joke. It's right there in the 10 Commandments.
All right, Stan. I hope that we helped you in this round table
A
while
little bit.
catching up in comedy. So we always are curious as to what will be the outcome. What do you think?
I don't know because it's been stolen so many times. I mean, it made all the way to Vegas.
Oh,
So it's not just like one person doing it. I could deal with that, but it's a whole lot of people doing this joke. I've heard it so many times. Somebody's doing this joke, and then this is the first time I've actually been there and have seen someone doing this joke.
wow. Okay. I
May I say something? One more thing. May I say one more thing to Stan? Now, the is it common knowledge that you've had a stroke and you're a stroke survivor? Is
Yes.
that common knowledge?
Yeah.
Okay. What you do is you take a little bit of water, put it in your mouth, and you let them know. You say, "This student from a stroke survivor." Okay. Shame them. Just shame them. Make them feel bad. Yes, make them feel bad. Put a little bit of water in your mouth and just say it, just like that.
Oh boy. What am I gonna do with y'all? What am I going to do with y'all?
Oh man.
Okay, when you unmute yourself, comedian G Dane, I see you have something to say, so I have to bring you to the screen. Go ahead, sir.
If I can stop laughing, you know what, man? Lig it, like my boy said, man. Just lig. Let it go. If they stole it, you know what? If it's got all the way from bumfuck Egypt to Vegas, let it go. You better than that. You bigger than that. Hey, it's like how many fat bitches can you fit in a Kia Soul? Easy call. You can have that one.
You know what? I guess I can put some personal stamp on this, Stan. Uh, I have seen my show cloned so many times, and I don't think since 2017, my way of playing games and my format, just everything, all the way down to the exact names of my games, right? Like they have made it all
Somebody
over this planet,
tell this
and
to
sometimes even the good ones, Stan, even the good ones, right? Sometimes you have to, I guess sometimes I look at it as an inspiration, and there are some around here that are totally clueless. So they have to look at other people in order to figure out what they want to do. And so you have those people, and then you have the people like you and I and all of us on this screen. We deal in originals over here at Sauce in the City. I always have, always will. I asked every one of you the same set of questions, and in that set of questions is one question that I love the best. Have you ever seen anything like it on the internet or anywhere? And I ask this question continuously because if I hear that it is being done, first of all, I'm going over to see who's doing it. Then after I see, I'm going to probably just let it go because that just means at least somebody is seeing me. Um but that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop doing it. And whenever the feeling hits me, oh yeah, I'm gonna bow. But with the sauce
Bow.
in the city snap back in back of it, right? Because you can do it, but you can never do it like me, right? Because it's mine and it was, sent for me from God. And my blessings ain't everybody else's blessings. So, Stan, when you get tired of hearing it told the wrong way, put the stand to nail behind it, put your chest into it, and let them know where the joke came from, okay?
be,
That's all you
be
do.
like, here's how that joke was supposed to go. That guy ruined it.
Right.
I should
Put your
know.
back
I
into
wrote
it.
it.
Hmm.
Can you send an invoice for writing jokes for other comics?
Oh
Yeah.
my God. I know you
You
can
can do
send
it,
a
but you
cash
can't get
app.
paid.
Hey, but at least you know you sent an invoice to those motherfuckers.
That's the response to someone else that does the joke. Is the bill.
I
It's the
love it.
bill.
I
Hmm.
love it. You
On
guys,
Capitol Hill.
this is what this show is all about because social media is a helper and it's a haunter sometimes, because a lot of things that you do out in the world, you need social media because people won't know who you are other than that. But do you think at some point that it's important to take a step back for mental health? Shaquan, what say you?
I say yes, especially when you get to the level that he's on. Because, I goodness gracious, I can just imagine the stuff that he done seen about himself that he didn't even know that he didn't did. So at his level, oh yeah, take a break because he probably done found out he was screwing his dog and didn't even know he did it. So you know,
Have you ever taken a break from social media?
um, not purposely. It's because
Not
my cable bill wasn't paid.
I know that's right. Virginia Diaz Harper, do you think it's important to take a break and sometimes step back from social media for mental sake?
Did you know that Facebook actually will tell you that you have shared too much and overshare? Yeah, I got a 30-day ban on that shit. I couldn't share nothing for 30 days. I couldn't like anything for 30 days. I couldn't fucking love anything for 30 days. But you know what I did? I snapshot a screenshot of everything I liked and loved and I sent it on the DMs. Yeah, fucking Facebook. I got you. 30-day ban break. Fuck
So,
you.
Paige, do you think it's important sometimes to step back from social media, especially in comedy?
Good. It's about
Well, yeah,
good.
yeah. It's definitely sometimes you want to step back from social media because there's so much stuff out there. You get all caught up in what's going on, what people are saying, what people are saying about you, what you hearing. You don't need all that noise in your ear. You know what you doing, man. It's
I
all
love it.
good, but some people live on social media. That's a dog alley for me. Some things I'm just not walking down. So it's all good. Nah,
Have
sometimes
you
it's
ever
definitely time
taken
to
a
take
step
a step
back
back.
from social media?
Yeah, definitely, definitely,
Okay, okay. When
definitely.
was the last time you did?
Probably when I had COVID. Everybody was talking about how I was laid up in the hospital, sick, and this, that, and the other. I kept looking at social media. I thought I was on my deathbed. So shit. I'm like,
Okay. That's always good to, step back. How about you, Snotty Comedy? Have you ever taken a step back for mental health, and do you think it's important?
Well, first off, let's start out with the fact that Facebook, as like an entertainer, is an important thing, just like eating as a human is an important thing, But just like eating can get out of control, and you get a little overweight, social media can get a little out of control and put some extra weight on your shoulders too. So it is important to step back and stuff like that. But me personally, I remember the days before I was even on Facebook. Like, I didn't get onto social media at all until I was probably 21 years old or so. Um, and now it's been a continuous thing, and now there's even bigger social media networks like TikTok, and everybody's like, why don't you get on TikTok? I'm like, I'm on Facebook. That's like saying to a meth head, hey, why don't you try heroin? You know what I mean? So
Fuck yeah.
Like it's
I
all the
under,
how I
same.
I
feel
I
about
completely
love
social
it.
media.
understand.
I love it.
Stan, how about you?
Man.
Do you think stepping back from social media for mental health purposes is a good plan? And have you ever done it?
No, people take social media too seriously.
mm,
Everybody puts everybody's a character on social media. And you only put what you want on it. So I think it's ridiculous. I've never taken a mental break from Facebook. That's the only one I'm on. But I now people take it too seriously.
I think so too. Like, if I don't like you, I block you. If I,
Simple as that.
if every time I see you, my face crunches up, I block you. I don't need that in my life. It's not because I hate you or I wish you would die or anything like that. It's just simply because I don't want to see it. It's that easy.
Sometimes it
Dr.
Right.
is, but we won't differentiate. All right.
Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, what say you? Stepping back for mental health, and have you ever done it?
I've done. It works both ways. I have stepped away from Facebook, and Facebook has kicked me out. So it's worked both ways, and it was for mental health, mine or theirs. It works both ways. I also keep my fans down to around 1,000. I mean, I'm every once a year I do a cleanse. I mean, there are people. I shouldn't say fans. I don't have any fans. Quote friends. I cut them back. Okay, I have one fan. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Fido. Uh, is so I will cleanse my friends of people who are just either non-existent or whatever, and I keep it around 1,000. I don't even have like 5,000 whatever.
Right.
And yeah.
I keep mine at 5,000 so that other people can't send me a friend request. Right? Like I keep it full so I don't even have to go through the people at all. Like if I want new friends, I have to get rid of the old ones who are only there to watch and do nothing. So that's a good take on it. How about you, Dr. Budsy? Do you think
Well,
stepping?
I'm trying to get 200,000 followers, and most of them would be on like Facebook, because right now I'm needing to open up my barbecue restaurant where I'm the pastor of the First Church of Texas Barbecue in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm trying to get my congregation, their church where we meet and eat at Budsy's Barbecue, back open. And I'm needing about $50,000 for our building fund.
Okay,
And
the
what
building
I'm
fund. You
yeah,
have to get the first.
to
You got to get
reopen.
the first bottle of barbecue sauce out the door.
I'm trying. I'm
Okay,
trying.
let's
And
work on that. Let's work. Look, baby steps. Baby steps. All right, Rabbi T Insane. Do you think it's important to step back for mental health?
He's on mute.
Unmute yourself.
The realization you're on mute.
Yeah. My lips are moving and nothing's happening. My God.
That's what she
I
said.
I approached Facebook as what it was, Facebook. I never used my real name. Other people said, why? I said, because. And now 10 years later, nobody uses their real name. I don't know. Yeah, it's social media. It's what it is. You can make any persona you want. I have 6 of them. Take a break? I
Okay.
didn't know that was my life. My life should not mirror social media. Social media should mirror my life. Is anyone
Uh,
hearing me?
I I
I'll
think
shut
that
up now.
is
My better half tells me to be quiet.
that's I don't think be quiet is the right thing. I do think that you have a great point of view. You take it for what it is. It is fake book, or it is a alternate world. What other people say on the other side don't have anything to do with you. However, be careful what you say, because it travels farther than anything, right? If it travels, and the videos are there forever and
Goose
ever
space.
and ever and ever and ever. Okay, I'm just saying people have to watch out what they say. Speaking of which, my new movie is coming up. Someone's always watching, and we will be casting for that. So if you guys want to get in on the very first pop culture movie produced live and on screen in front of you, where everybody is a part of the cast, please inbox us, because it's going to be going down, and it's going to be full of people that you know, and if you don't know them, you will know them. uh So I like to talk about a little bit serious of hot topics on Sunday, because there's a lot of things going on in the world. And before that we get to these hot topics, I want you guys to know that I'm seriously asking you this because I need your help. Okay, so I've seen this on the news quite a few times, and the Source magazine 9 hours ago says deputy says he doesn't regret taking photos of Kobe Bryant's remains. Now, from what the deputy himself said, he then showed them to people at the bar. Do you think that he? I mean, what do you think this says about this deputy? Snotty comedy, taking the
Well,
pictures and showing them. I don't know.
first off, I think that it's an absolutely horrific thing that happened, and I think that it's taking advantage of somebody's clout to go ahead and use that for your personal circumstances. But I also think you should have sent it to TMZ and made some money off the fact rather than just showing people at the bar. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to go ahead and be a dick about it, you may as well make some money about it, right?
You're
I
a
mean, that's
really
my
big
personal
dick.
opinion.
You are going to fucking rock at this at what is it called again? Tell me what it's called.
World Series of Comedy.
You are
Las
going to,
Vegas.
yes, you are going to rock. Stan, what do you think?
Snotty is absolutely correct. He's unprofessional, but if you're going to do that, go get the money. TMZ.
Got to grab the bag.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, what do you think?
Uh, I have mixed feelings about this because, first of all, I didn't know that Kobe Bryant was dead. So Um, um, I, I was waiting for him to pay back the money he owed me from the last time I did him a solid. You think he got all those rings on by himself? No, I was praying for him, and and I didn't even know he died. That's how much he had ghosted me, and now he's a spook. Look at that. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Oh,
What the sheriff did was wrong. He shouldn't have taken pictures. Everybody knows video is what you do. It's I don't know. I don't know what to say about the sheriff. You supposed to use his body cam. I don't know. It's
oh God. Oh God.
yeah.
Oh God. Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, only you. Only you. All right. Phil Page, what say you?
I say that's a cop being a cop. You know, it's like I'm just saying, I don't trust them. So it's like, but like my man said, if you're gonna do it right. I mean, it's a foul thing to do, but hey, if you're gonna do foul, why not get paid for it? You
Be-
know.
because now everybody
I'm
got
just
their
saying,
eye
does
on
that make
you.
me a bad person?
Virginia Diaz Harper, what say you?
Okay. This officer was asked to turn in his laptop with a allegedly missing hard drive. Obviously, he knew he was doing something wrong. Someone's got that hard drive somewhere with some images. Did he take it with his phone? Did he have a Nikon? Was it like telephoto lenses, or was it on the spot, like snapping pics, like, like selfie? Because I've seen people do crazy shit like that, like seeing that alligator that took the dude's body underwater. Everyone was like filming it. I'm like, holy shit, it's like an 18-foot alligator.
It's like
Someone's
help him.
watching. Someone's snapping photos. I don't want to see it. I saw that alligator. I don't want to see Kobe. That'll break my heart and his daughter. No, I'm sorry.
No, Shaquan, what do you think about this officer?
Um, Honestly, I think he should be suspended from the force, and then they should hire me. But what I do think about this
Absolutely.
officer is that I agree with Snotty. If he was going to do it, he was supposed to do it right. However, I'm just wondering how this conversation went. I mean, do you just walk up to a person in the bar and be like, "Hey, you want to see this picture of Kobe's dead body?" Like,
Yeah,
how
like
did the
that.
It's a pretty fucked
conversation?
up
That is
thing.
crazy. Like, what
How did the
happened when you?
conversation
Right?
start? Hey, girl, I want to bring you home with me. You don't want to come home with me? Oh, it's okay. I got something for you. Look at this picture of Kobe Bryant's dead body. Like,
Great pickup line.
Oh my
how did
God!
Dead
How did
ringer.
that happen? Okay, comedian G Dane, what do you think about this officer? Unmute yourself, sir.
Now you guys know I'm sitting here in Long Beach. I'm from LA, so the Kobe situation is really touchy for me. But guess what? If we talk, and I ain't mad at him because guess what? The forensic team and CSI they took pictures of his ass. Why can't he? I ain't mad at him, man. You get fired and then he gets suspended or whatever. He paid enough. That one picture. I mean, I don't. I mean, hell, they was burnt alive. What did he take a picture of? A pile of ashes and some metal? I don't even like talking about
Mm-mm.
that though.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Rabbi
Mm.
T Insane, what do you think of this officer?
Oh, this sacrilege. A man's dead body should be left dead. Pictures of a dead body being shown or sold. God will get even with them. This is
Yeah.
not right.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Uh, Dr. Budsy, what say you?
Well, you look at like Kobe Bryant is considered a kind of worshipped as a god, and so gods are immortal, so that he lives on. And what I'm seeing is that where will Kobe, in the afterlife, and I think probably within, and I know this sounds kind of strange, but I am, after all, doctor.
Okay, on to the next. The Source magazine 9 hours ago, stand-up comedian and actor Teddy Teddy Ray dead at 32. And I just, rest in peace and positive prayers and vibes to his family. But it brought me to think, do you guys think that the life of a comedian is kind of contributes to this? Like, Because he's a part of a lot that I've been hearing lately. Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, what say you?
Three things about that. First, uh, every time a comedian dies, GD Fenderson moves up one more rank in the funniest person in the world. Right now, so right now he is the 1,186,783rd funniest person in the world right now. So he just moved up one spot. Uh, Now, the reason why we hear about him is because of celebrity. You know, I don't think the per capita that comedians die at least off stage any more than anybody else. On stage, well, yeah, they die almost on a regular basis. Like they should be called phoenixes because they die and then they try to rise from the ashes. But yeah, I don't think they die anymore. And be honest, I think it's also a matter of race as well, because that boy look and size. That boy look a little diabetic to me. 32. What was his blood type? Gravy? I don't know. Uh,
Stan, what do you think? The life of a comedian pretty tough? Do you think it has, things to do with a lot of, comedians passing on?
I mean, it could, because you're going out, you're going to clubs. What are you doing in clubs? You're drinking. You're eating not really healthy food. You gotta watch yourself. And
Mm.
I've seen, when I was coming up in DC, I've seen a lot of guys turn into alcoholics. So it's a part, you know, it's an excess. You gotta watch yourself.
Ah, I love it. Snotty comedy. What say you? Life of a comedian?
Well, the life of a comedian can be pretty tough, full of pitfalls and then sudden rises, and then out of nowhere you get hit by a bus or, die on stage, figuratively, of course, bombing. It can have a lot of ups and downs with the failures. You start drinking, you can get a little bit too into drinking, you get your eating disorders. Um,
Mm.
and then you also get a lot of yes people around you that can send you down some bad paths and stuff like that. So, I mean, you definitely have to watch yourself, but not as much as anybody else has to watch themselves. You know what I mean?
I like it. Comedian G Dane, take yourself off of mute.
On that issue right there, well, first of all, he said comedians die. No, no, no. Careers die. And that cat, he died having fun. He's a fat guy. He couldn't see his dick, but that's the most pussy he ever got in his life. I mean, hell, he went out like a gangster to me. I mean, come on, 33 years old, the first guy in the line at the buffet. I put that on his handlers. Who has a potluck in the green room?
Oh God. Shaquan, what say you? The life of a comedian have any effect?
RIP to that comedian and condolences to the family. And I do believe that the life of a comedian can have an effect. You go through a lot of things. You're traveling to shows, 2 drink minimums, and depending on how you're traveling, you can have animals dying next to you. That's stressful. You know, anything can happen. And
It's a
in
lot
his case, I don't
mentally.
even want to talk about him. I'm gonna just talk about the life of a comedian. Because a lot of things
Yes.
go on with us. And we get like we do. In a sense of comedy, we do bomb, not physically, because I don't want nobody to think we out here really bombing places. But sometimes we bomb out. That'll stress you out. Anything. It's no different than being a regular human, just a little bit more high stressed because people are watching.
Amen. And that is what I like to talk about. It's like, I seen some behaviors this week that just led me to believe that this might be more true than I thought. Virginia Diaz Harper, the life of a comedian, do you think it has, bearing on your lifespan?
Well, you know what? We're not guaranteed anything longer than what we have. Some of us stay at an open mic and then we die. Some of us go to superstardom and we burn out. This dude, I don't know about his works, but I know about his deeds and his character. My friend Willie Faulkner, Will You Pay Me, is a comedian and a high school friend of mine, a homie. And when your heart breaks for people that pass on, we have to understand that we're more than comedians that sell tickets. We actually touch lives of people around us. Y'all, if
Mm.
one of y'all dropped dead, I'd be fucking a wreck. With bipolar, I'd be a wreck for a while. My ass will be calling your spirit, come back to me! Ah! I'm still like tearing my clothes off for Robin Williams and Mitch Hedberg. Come back! Come back, George Carlin!
Oh my God. Phil, what say you? Do you think the life of a comedian has bearing on people's health in comedy?
Hell yeah. But before we talk about it, I want to say something else. I relate. Fat comics' lives matter too. So shit. You know, it's like life of a comic is rough, man. You know, you in clubs all the time. You got all this alcohol, drugs around you, crazy women. I ain't got the crazy women yet, but I'm hoping. But
I'm hoping.
you know, it is what it is, man. It's like, you know, if you fall into those traps, man, then like I say, I'm a fat comic too. So shit, I gotta, you know, it
Oh
is
my.
what it is. I'm sure it has something to do with it.
Oh, Rabbi T Insane, what say you?
The comedian. I'm sorry for the loss of another soldier. The man is putting the stance of there's a huge line of cocaine in front of him he's about to make friends with. But let's think of the first comedian, I guess the jester. His life was at stake. So we're in for a bad route already. I mean, we know that. When I die on stage, there's usually an explosion around me, and people die. But you come back like Jesus, the first Jewish comedian. That's I don't know what else to say about this.
Oh my good grief. All right, Dr. Budsy, last word. Do you think the life of a comedian has bearing on the lifespan?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm thinking I don't have to be the funniest motherfucker out there. I mean, somebody already is. But I'm planning myself to live another 79 years in this body. But I'm planning to be GMO'd, but different things. I'm going to be genetically modified because people, I'm an old fart already, but I'm going to be better looking. I'm going to reverse Michael Jackson myself and to be Kobe Bryant because he's worshipped as a god now. So
Oh, wow. Well, if you guys are tuning in today, or you're tuning in tomorrow, or you're tuning in the rest of your life after that, whenever you hit this video, you are tuning in to Sauce in the City Comedy Church, where we talk about a little bit more serious of topics and catch up with our comedic cast during their week. And right now is a great time for a station break just to reset the mode. If you guys are still sitting down in your comfy chairs and you want to catch us on your TV in front of you, access your Roku device or go out and get one. They're like $24.99, I hear. Access it, and then you are going to download the next piece, which is free 30, free all day. It's the best thing that you have these days because it's free. And then you are going to get to this place, which is the Sauce in the City logo that we have fought long and hard to keep. So push the damn thing. Please go ahead and do any of these notions in order to help us out. You can share this post, you can like the post, you can tag a couple of friends, you can comment something nice or something rude. It doesn't matter. I get to read through them first. Comment an emoji, which is one of my favorites. Post a pic. I don't think it allows you to do that on videos. You can shout anybody on the cast out, or you can leave a review, which I don't know how that helps, but you can in order doing all right, just sent my baby out the door, and now it is time for game time. And this is where we get to relieve some steam and just have a little bit of fun because that's what it's all about. Now, in this game, it's called hypotheticals. I am going to give each one of our comedy cast members 1 minute to give us their hypothetical on this topic. The first one is you become mortal enemies with someone in this room. Who would make the best villain and why? Comedian G. Dane, 60 seconds. The clock is set. Here's your hypothetical.
In this room right here, and I love him because he's funny as hell, but it'd have to be Stan. Stan got an edge over the rest of us comics. Just like the good Reverend said, even if he's bombing, he can always act like he's fucking stroking out and get a goddamn sympathy laugh. And I'm sure he doesn't need it. But it would have to look at Stan, but I love you, Stan, but it is you, man. It's you because you're funny as hell. But even if you just slip a little bit, you can go fucking Christopher Reeves, goddamn Michael J. Fox, what's Muhammad Ali on us, man. I mean, fuck. I gotta pick you. I love you, dude. Easy call.
Okay, Stan, since he picked you, you have to give us your rendition of your best villain impression. Let's go.
Fuck it.
You not a villain?
I'm not a villain.
You just and he struggled with. He was like, "Why would you pick me? I am so not a villain." All
No, but
right.
you know what? I was gonna pick him.
Well, that's going to be on another question. Your hypothetical, Stan. You know the future, but can't do anything to change it. Is this a blessing or a
Oh,
curse? Hypothetically speaking.
wow, that's. I guess it's a blessing if I know the future.
Mm-hmm.
I can avoid all the pitfalls that I'm going to go through, and hell, I know when I'm going to die. I mean, I can be at peace. I think it's a blessing.
I love it. I think it definitely is a blessing. All right, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, your hypothetical is you exist within the world of a horror movie. Which one do you choose and why?
Well, it's very simple. I'd have to pick The Sixth Sense. Well, to be honest, after my first marriage, they all seem a little lame to me. But The Sixth Sense. After my first marriage, The Sixth Sense was the scariest movie I'd ever been. I mean, that literally the night when I saw that I was out of town and I was staying in a hotel, and I kept my hotel light on for 3 nights. I was afraid to sleep in the dark. So that's that's the one that I would pick to live in because that one scared me so much, and I believe in facing my fears that I'd have to be in that, live that just like a face to fear because that scared the living crap out of me for 3 nights. I left my lights on in that hotel room.
Ooh, okay. I love it. All right, snotty comedy. You can permanently swap wardrobes with anyone in this room. Who do you pick and why?
Oh, oh gosh, dang. Um,
He said, gosh dang.
I'm not. I mean, I guess the Rev is looking pretty fly in his little. I've always liked the way they did their shirts. You know, it's like the collar and it's straight down. It's not like triangled. You know, that's a pretty
Okay.
dope. You know,
I can see it. Snotty, the Reverend Snotty. Like,
no,
give
just
us your
snotty in
best
one of those shirts. You know,
snotty
I
in
don't
one
need
of
the
those
religion
shirts.
behind
No,
it.
no, no, Reverend. Okay, snotty in one of those shirts. Give us your best rendition.
Hey, what's up, guys? Check out this shirt I got.
He said, check out the shirt I got. It's totally dope. Someone on stage becomes a baby and you have to care for it. Who do you pick? Shaquan. One of us turns into a baby. You got to take care of us. Who do you pick?
Um, I would pick Virginia Diaz Harper. I would take excellent care of my sister.
Oh,
I would take
gosh.
super duper care of her. I would
Can
have
you
to nurse her
imagine?
back to health, if you know what I mean.
Okay, can you imagine her as a baby? Oh my God. I
I
bet
think
you
super cute though.
she'd be running all over the place and just
I
into
think
everything.
she'd be super duper cute. She's one of them babies that I would just have to carry around just so that people could be like, "Oh, look at that pretty little baby." I'd be like, "Yeah, thanks."
Yeah, it's the baby. All right, Virginia Diaz Harper, you can permanently swap wardrobes with anyone in the room. Who do you pick? Uh-oh, your mic, your mic, your mic. Aw.
Kitty.
Whose wardrobe are you swiping, Virginia Diaz Harper?
You know who I'm digging? That little broadcloth red shirt that Mr. Snotty's wearing. I could rock that shit. I might have to like let it button on the side over here, and just leave it hanging with like a shirt to cover most of it, But it could be like a shrug. I might bust out with these guns, so I don't want to fuck up his shit, but I take a shirt.
I love it. Take the shirt off his back. Phil Page, you can undo one single law in your country. Which do you choose and why? Unmute yourself and the rest will follow. Be colorblind.
Don't be so shallow.
He took himself off and put himself back on. There you go.
Come on, E40.
Come on, E40.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, if I could reverse one law in this country right now, it would be Roe versus Wade. Because I feel like every woman should have the right to be in charge of their own pussy. Ooh, did I say that out loud? I'm just saying. That slipped.
Yes, you did.
We love it. And it's such a good question. We're going to ask Rabbi T. Insane. You can undo one single law in your country. Which do you choose and why?
I choose the same thing he did because women have this right to choose what they do with their own babies. They're the ones that create them. Men like barely help. So who has the right to tell you to do what? And
Nobody.
honestly, I would outlaw guns because they kill people. If you want to fight someone, you have to schedule it or something like organized. You can't just fight in the street. I don't know what else to say. God has other
That's
plans
right.
for us.
I love it. He's like, just use your hands. You become insanely hot, but you appear hideous in all photos. Dr. Budsy, would you take it or no?
Well, I am already, and you, a woman. I tell you, women claim that I am the most fun they've ever had in their whole fucking life, and they're glad that they were with me. But see, the problem is women can only handle me for about 3 or 4 days at a time. After about 3 or 4 days, no matter what, they have to take a break from me, and and it's not my place to tell them what they can or can't do with that pussy. But I don't want what I consider my woman to be wrapping her pussy around some other man's dick.
And there you have it, all summed up in a bow. And we definitely have come to the end of another amazing Sauce in the City Comedy Church. And at this point in time, we all need more prayer. So we are going to bring Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll back up to the mic. And after we do our shout outs, which is how we get out of here, we are going to have him give us a prayer for the cast. But before we do that, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, I think you have some prayers to go out to our listeners tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond.
Uh, Dear Lord, I've been asked to lift up Ryan Polk, University Hospital, Cleveland Medical Center. Ryan is in a lot of pain right now. We ask that you help to ease his pain, not end it. We've seen what can happen when you end pain. Just ease it. We we need our pain to grow. Help heal his fractured back and his broken ribs. And we know that his breaks are ribbed for his pleasure. So praise your name.
Oh.
We ask that you bless him with a new car to replace Candy. I'm assuming that Candy is his car that he's asking us to have replaced, and not his pet turtle named Candy. And he's asking us to replace his turtle with a car. That wouldn't be right. Uh, and we want to do what's right. So please bless him with a good attorney, a good doctor, and a great head nurse. Uh, Kimberly Smith, we lift you up. Please continue to lift up Kimberly and her father. She is thankful for our prayers and says that it's our prayers that are keeping him alive. And we are thankful that it's our prayers that are keeping him alive and not our money. Otherwise, he's a goner. He's a goner. Uh, uh, so, like I said, if it was our money, he'd be cashing in his chips already. So please keep him well. And we lift up brother Kevin Nouse. While I do not personally know him, people who work with him says that lately he's been trying to hold back on his craziness. He's trying to keep it. He's trying to keep it in, resulting in a hernia. He's busting a gut, trying to keep the crazy in. So, dear Lord, let Kevin know that it's okay to be crazy. In fact, we love his crazy. Keep him being crazy, and we wouldn't want you any other way, Kevin. In fact, the good book says there is a time for all things under the heavens, and it's time for Kevin to be Kevin.
Yes.
Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah!
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah. And we thank you so much for those prayers and shout out and prayers to all the people you mentioned, Kimberly Smith, Ryan Polk. We pray for you guys to hurry up and get better and get back to making folks laugh. And your dad too, Kimberly. She's a new person. I'm with y'all. We don't have fans. We have people that tune in to the show. And as always, I give you guys a chance to shout out because you guys have people that tune in specifically to see you and what you do. And I'm going to let Stan Tennell take off with the shout out. Stan?
Okay, I want to shout out to you because you're making an awesome show, and I want to shout out myself because this LaDasha joke has got to stop. First of all, the real name is LaDasia. All right, that's where it's coming from. This joke was written by me. I was dating a girl in Chester County, Pennsylvania. She worked at the welfare office, and they had a whole list of names that they had. I looked at the list. I picked 7 names to write this joke about, and LaDasia was one of them. Somebody took the joke and made it LaDasha to make it seem like it was his joke, and it's going everywhere.
Oh
So
my
I'm done
gosh.
now.
Oh my Jesus! We gonna have to talk about that in the
Shots
green room.
fired. Beep, 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 beep,
Stan,
beep.
we appreciate you coming by and we shout you out and thank you for your words of wisdom and for your phone number so that I could call you when I'm really, really, really unhappy to let you know. So thank you for
Anytime.
just being there.
Oh,
Next up, snottycomedy.com. The clock is set. Shout out.
I'd like to shout out my parents, my mom and my dad, uh, my sister Krista and her husband Charles. They're always supporting me. Anytime they can make it to a show, they get there. Anytime they can watch a show online, they do it. So, thanks for that, folks. Always need the support as a comic.
I love it. And shout out to you, Snotty. I cannot wait to actually get to see you in person. Can you give us the dates again?
It is World Series of Comedy, um, September 11th through September 15th. I will be doing a show on Monday the 12th at the Notary, so check that out. And other than that, I may get up on more shows, I may not, so hit me up while I'm there. If I can get up on your mic or your showcase, I will definitely try to do it.
Hey, you guys in Vegas, comedy coming through, snottycomedy.com. All right, comedian G Dane, I got to shut up, but clock is set. Shout out.
Shout out, of course, to Brenda Brown, Sauce in the City, and all of my family out there from Sauce in the City. Give it up to UBSN TV. Shouts out. Definitely need to Yizer. Let's get this in, y'all. Of course, to my crazy mama. We know the three R's, Rudy, Red, and Ray. Give it up to Roz, my boy Boogie B, Novocaine, the comedian, Hope Flood, Yvette, the comedian from Long Beach, and a host of other people. Give it up to Roscoe's. Y'all give it up for the 24th. I would love to see y'all there because I'm going to be there. If we can all get there, y'all can get there. Easy call. Love you.
Easy call. Shout out to you, comedian G Dane, and your
Thanks,
background.
baby.
Because that looks really amazing, and you have to be on mute while I'm talking, or else it's echoing. But I'm just gonna shout out to you and your backdrop. It looks amazing out there. I'm a little bit jealous. Stay tuned to the green room. We got so many questions. Shaquan, you are up next, my dear. Clock is set. Shout out.
Yes, I want to give a shout out to Source in the City, Brenda Brown, aka the Chocolate Child. Of course, you know I gotta give a shout out to UBSN TV. Shout out to Katash. Shout out to Yizer. Shout out to Stephon Braxton. Shout out to anybody that ever took the time out to hear about the name Shaquan. Shout out to Mama D for always whooping my ass as a child. Thank you.
Hey, shout out to you too, my dear. Don't leave yourself out of that lineup. And everybody who's had any time to take out to listen to you, will be glad that they did, because if they didn't, shame on them. But that just means you can continue to come to my show and brighten up my screen. So, jokes on y'all. Anyway, with that being said, stay tuned to the green room because we got a lot of questions, my dear. All right, Virginia Diaz Hopper, the clock is set to shout out.
Boop, 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 boop. Unlimited love. I can feel Mama Tam saying, go to Roku, unload it, download it, whatever. Get the UBS. No, I don't bullshit. It's UBS TV. And don't forget the N. You know, the stars in the city. That's with the Binda Brown. Damn it, Virginia, get it right. You know, the comedy church and the magic hour. What the fuck you doing up? She must wake up for the Jesus, but not for me. Ah. Thank you for having me. I love you. So
I love
grateful to be here, guys. God bless you.
Oh my gosh, I love you, Virginia Diaz Harper. Tell our neighbor we said hello, and kiss and hug all of our babies and animals that made cameo appearances during the show.
Thank you.
We love all of you guys, and stay tuned to the green room. This is going to be a hot one. Next up, Phil Page. Shout out.
Shout out to you, Brenda, and the Sauce in the City. Shout out to you from Washington D.C. Also, I want to shout out Let's Get Funny Productions. I want to shout out Beadman Productions. Some of the shows we doing in the Washington, Baltimore area. Come check us out. I enjoyed y'all. Thank you for having me.
Phil,
Oh
thank you.
my gosh, I have to mute you while I kissed all the boo boos. Is thank you so much, Phil, for coming to our stage and meeting all of our comedic cast. Please make no mistake about your greatness, and I don't want them to either. This man is producing stages all over there where y'all live at, because of course not over here on the West Coast, or else we would be dangerous. Y'all get at him in his inbox. Like, he has a lot of stage and mic time. For all of you guys who are coming up, want to work out, want to go over there and work with some of the greats. Thank you, Phil. Stay tuned to the green room so we can get more information on that. Rabbi T Insane, shout out.
First to God for having my parents have sex and make me, and then meeting Brenda and being here. That's all there is. Everyone else that told me I can do this. You can do this, Rabbi. It's
Rabbit
simple.
2. Listen, you coming by the studios is the best thing that has happened to me this week, right now, in this moment, because
I love
again,
you.
The new people are what keeps us going and to keep us happy and to keep us fed and bred.
That's what they said at AA.
I know, I know. So
Keep coming. It
So, Actors
works.
Anonymous
you have to keep coming, you have to keep participating,
coming
you have
back.
to keep being around the greatness. But here are your three questions because I got to ask them because this is a new format. So, number one, did you have a good time?
Always. Yes. Beautiful.
Number
Bubbled
two,
up.
have you ever seen anything like, well, I can't say that because you were on my other show. So, I'll say this. Have you had more fun on anything else on the internet or anywhere? Hey, I can say that.
Never. This is the most awesome thing I've ever done.
Yay! We love that.
So,
We know here's a bunch of. But anyway,
yeah.
number three, will you join us again next Sunday again for Comedy Church?
One moment, I'll check with God. He said yes, and she said
Yay!
yes. Both said yes. God is not a woman or man. I just have to say, it's God. God is everything and nothing.
Yay.
And I'll leave you with
GD.
this.
And this has been your
All
intro
of nothing.
episode. So next week we will look forward to seeing some of those marriages you perform. I have been low key stalking your Facebook account, so we'll be looking forward to that. So just get ready, you guys. And last but certainly not least, Dr. Budsy is in the house. Go ahead, sir, and shout out.
Well, I want to shout out to all my friends, family, followers, people that actually like me and find me funny. I don't have to have everybody think I'm the funniest motherfucker out there, including myself. I mean, I just there's a lot of funnier people, particularly here in Las Vegas. There's a lot of funny people, a lot of hating on me. There's actually people that hate on me. I don't know why in the fuck they'd want to hate on me because I want everyone to be happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I mean,
Aw.
everybody I think should be able, if you were granted the right to exist in the physical universe here, you should get to do whatever you want to do with it. But some of that shit you may want to do should be probably kept in virtual reality.
Oh, maybe. Well, we shout you out, Dr. Budsy, as being our second contestant on My Turn for Comedy this upcoming Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific
Okay.
Standard Time. We
Okay.
cannot wait to give you these 3 minutes to see if you are going to get these screens turned on. And everybody is so excited to see you. So I grant you good luck. I wish you all the best. And with that being said, everybody, we want to thank you guys for tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond. And somebody turn their okay, that was G Day. G Day, you still have to stay on mute. You still have to stay on mute. We want to thank you guys for tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond. Shout out to Eva Rodriguez, Lisa Wood, Timothy Hall, Roy Flanagan. Hey, boo, hey, man. Trees Haran is in the house. Man, Trees, we love you. We miss you, my queen. We love that you are down there rooting us on. We can't wait to see you back. Robin R. Robin R. Finicum. Finicum. Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Virginia finna come in a minute.
Richard Keynes is in the house. Timothy Greer. The Truth Session. Shout out to you, King Shalom. Kimberly Masterson is tuning in, and Brittany Adler is watching. So, you guys, on the count of three, everybody take their mute off mute and say goodbye to the people and tell them when our next episode is. One, two, three, go.
Shalom.
Love you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
August 24th, Las Vegas.